And also, guys, I'm I'm gonna be reading this book called Trouble in the Sheds just for tonight. So hope hope y'all enjoy it. Um, Forgive me if I can't read. I'm just reading it like how I do. One day on Sodor, Sir Top Matt was in his in his railway series office doing some work when the manager came up and said, "There is trouble in the set, sir. There's no train, and the passenger is saying this is a bad railway." "Indeed," said Sir Top Matt. "We cannot allow that." She found Gordon, James, and Henry looking very sullen in the sets. Sorry. "Come on, Henry. It's time your train's ready." "Henry's not going," said the big engine, whose name was called Gordon. We were not something like little tank engines. That was Thomas's job. We're important tender trains. If you fix our cars and we'll pull them. Tender trains do not stunt." "We'll see about that," said Sir Top Hat. "No engine on my railway is too small. No engine on my railway is too poor for small jobs." So, so, sorry about that. The yard has never been the same since Thomas left the branch line. But later, he found the old wise engine named named Edward, who was setting freight cars in the yard. "Edward," he said, "leave those cars in something closest, please," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Oh, thank you, sir. That'll be a nice change." "That's a good engine. Off you go then." And he puffed off to Knapford, where he had a big surprise. "Oh, look it," said the big engine. "It's Lady Old Edward," they said. "Nah," and they laughed and laughed. "But that was mean," said the old engine, named Edward again. "We don't care. You're too slow. You're too slow. You're too slow," said James 3 times. Poor Edward felt hurt. Later, he went to see Sir Topham Hatt about his job. When he popped up to the cinder box, going Popeye, going Popeye, going Popeye with a water tank full of coal. "Out of the way, bossy Edward," he said, and he wheezed some steam on Edward and Sir Topham Hatt. "Wheeze! Bless me," he said. "What a noise!" "They all hit me, sir. They say trains are stunt, and yesterday they said I had black wheels. I haven't, have I, sir?" "No, you have nice blue wheels, and I'm proud of it. Tender trains, tender trains do stunt, but we need a new tank engine. So I'm gonna go. To the old train yard and find. I'm gonna go to the old train yard and find a train." "Oh, thank you, sir." So that's just what he did. So Top Hat arrived in the old train yard looking for a train. The first train saw was medium size and had a nice green paint. But he said, too long. And then after that, he saw a big brass red engine who looks kind of like Gordon. Then he said, "Nah, too red." And then he saw a shiny tank engine who looked kind of like Thomas. But he said, too big and too blue. And I saw a tiny train who looks kind of like Henry but looks sad face. Too sad. And then he was shocked. Manager, he said, who's this tiny engine? Oh, you don't want him. He's too cheerful. Nonsense. I'll take him. What's your name? I don't I don't have a name, sir. And I'll give you one. What should your name be? How about Percy, sir? That's a good name, he said.
He went to a workshop and they showed him all sorts of engines. At last he saw a smart little green engine with 4 wheels. That's the one, he thought. If I choose you, will you work hard? Oh, sir. Yes, sir. That's a good engine. I'll call you Percy. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. And Sir Topham Hatt brought Percy back to the yard.
And then Sir Topham Hatt brought Percy back to the yard when he was surprised by Henry. Whoa, a tiny engine, he said. Wow, he'd be a good team to our engine team. I like him already, said, said the old train. Whoosh! Oh, said Henry. What a jump he was, he said. Ha, served you right, he said. And he popped on the sea, and he popped, and he popped, and he popped on the sea, Sir Topham Hatt. Hey, old engine, please call me Edward. Hey, Edward. Hey, little blue train, please call me Thomas. Oh, look, here comes our boss, Sir Topham Hatt. Yeah, that guy. Engines, you done a good job today, Thomas. You shall pull cars in the yard and pull your coaches. Yes, sir. Edward, same for you. Righto, sir. And Percy, you shall pull Annie and Clever on Thomas's branch line. Thank you, sir. I love doing that job, sir. And now, I must go back to the yard, see how the big boss trains, James, Gordon, Henry are doing. I bet they're having a terrible time, said Percy. I agree. Me too, said Thomas.
Next morning, Thomas arrived. Sir Topham Hatt sent for me. I expect he wants help, he said to Edward. Shh, here he comes, replied Edward. Well done, Thomas. You've been quick. Listen, Henry, Gordon, and James are sulking. They say they won't shunt like little tank engines. So I have shut them up, and I want you both to run the line for a while. Little tank engines indeed, snorted Thomas. We'll show them. And Percy will help too. Oh, sir. Yes, sir. Please, sir, answered Percy.
Later that evening, Thomas and Edward were pushing the freight cars, the coaches around the main line. Beep, beep. Hey, Thomas. Toot, toot. Hey, Edward. Lovely day. Yeah, not for Gordon, James, and Henry. Nice one. And then they all had a happy day. Well, except for Gordon, Henry, and James. They had a lot to remind themselves of.
Edward and Thomas worked the main line, greeting each other as they passed by. Percy puffed along the branch line. Thomas was anxious about Annie and Clarabelle, but both driver and conductor promised to take care of them. There were fewer trains, but the passengers didn't mind. They knew the 3 other engines were having a lesson. Gordon, James, and Henry were cold, lonely, and miserable. They wished now they hadn't been so silly.